Let's try another Gershwin tune. All right. Let's go back to B flat. Strike up the band in B flat. You would play first F, E, F, and then you'd play a B flat chord with a G in it, which comes out like a G minor chord down here. D, B flat, G. So it's, but it's really a B flat 6 chord. Then you repeat that same 2 notes. Da, da, da. And then you go up to diminished chord. Because the melody comes out G sharp or A flat. So it's a diminished chord that looks like a D flat 7 chord. It's F, B, and D flat. But it's really a D diminished or an F diminished or a B diminished or an A flat diminished or whatever you want to call it. So it's now you could make this a C minor 6 chord, or you could, you know, and then you could make F7. There's your E flat D F up to the G, up to the 9. Strike up the band. B flat, D, B flat, F, B flat. Or you could play it up here. It's the same one. It's just 3 notes up here. F, D, B flat, or here, whichever it is. So it's da 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 da. Now the melody starts here on the B flat. Da, da, da. Now you're going to play E flat 6 chord. An E flat 6 chord is E flat, B flat, G, C, which are the same notes as the C minor 7 chord. So if you wanted to play that E flat 6 chord, rather than playing it that way, you could go and play it as a C minor chord this way. That's your. That C minor 7 is the same notes as an E flat 6 chord. So it's da 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 da. Then here's a diminished chord. Now this looks like your normal stack of a diminished chord, which is E, B flat, G, and C sharp. So it's da 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 da. Second part da 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 da. Again da da da. F minor 6 up here. F minor 6 across 5. You got F, C, A flat, D. Then you go back down to the B flat 7 and make a B flat 9 out of it. Here's your B flat chord, which you bar across the first fret. So it comes out D, A flat, F, B flat. Strike up the, you go up to E flat, the normal E flat chord. This is like your C chord, only you've barred it. See, that form is like this C, but if you take it up with your barred finger, you get C, C sharp or D flat, D, D sharp or E flat. And we've gone to da 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 da, second part. Da 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 da. Now that goes up to the F. Da, da. Takes that same E flat chord and just moves it up to, and then it drops to an F7. F7, because you're going back to B flat, the key you're in. Now you can take the whole chord if you want. So it's like B flat to a D7. So if you go like, now you can play a quick E flat in there to get the melody in. D7, that's D7, with C melody to D, C is D7 to G minor, and you can go up if you want. You can go up to C minor 7, which can be played like this, with a G on the bottom, C minor 7 in that case, or leave the C open and bar across with the F on top. And then you go back to that again. Now it changes this in the end part. The melody goes up here. So you got, and then you got a full B flat chord. I'm getting a little noise. Up to the G7 or up to D minor 7 to the G7 to the G. So, right? And then you got C minor 7. Now you can play it as an E flat, or you can play it as a full C minor chord like this, or you can play it with a C open, B flat, G, and E flat. Hey, mister, that's the end of it. Hey, mister, strike up, F9, strike up the band. And I went up to an F9 chord, but I leave the C ring open. Leave the C on the bottom ring open, and you got F9 with the top finger on G. So you've got this note here comes out to be, you see if you go here, you got C, D, E flat, so you've got the E flat. You've got the E flat to the 7, you've got the A, same as the open string, E flat A, and you got the G up here. Strike up, back down to F. Strike up, now I just played this is your F chord, this is your F, your F sharp diminished, but it's your F7 chord with a flat 9, and you put the D on the top of it, making a 13, with the D melody, or D is also the 6th. Back down to B flat. Now if you want to do that thing I did on the other thing, you could go from a D flat 6 chord with a melody B flat. This is your D flat chord. D flat to C7, right? To B flat, to B major 7, a B natural chord, major 7 chord, and lead that into the B flat. So if you go D flat, C7, B, B flat, and I'm playing with my fingers. So playing with my fingers, I can reach with the two outside and let the just grace the strings in between, and get the sound I want. I can get the B flat and the B flat on the top, and you just hear that. You hear the whisper of the two notes inside. So there's some advantages to playing this way. You can't get all the technique you can with a pick, but I like to play it sitting around a room like this because it bring out more the notes I want. And this is the way that I'm getting a little buzz in there. I wish I wasn't getting. I'm trying to stop that. That's from a little mute I've got on here. A little single note, one piece of a violin mute. One piece, I got it on a string so I don't lose it. And I've got it just up between the A and the D string so it mutes a little bit on the highs and makes it a more mellow sound. That's what I've got. So anyway, you may have questions.